But the final place for content inspiration and content ideas that I want to talk about are your own experiences. This one is heavily, heavily underrated, but it's one of the most effective from what I've seen. When I talk about my experiences, when I talk about the tools I use or what I've done to do things, that is when my content tends to perform really, really well. And let's say I'm talking about a certain problem that I've overcome. I would be noting down every single time I was going through a problem, I would be noting down what that problem is. This is all me thinking about content ideas in the moment, because we go through problems all the time, yet we don't think, oh, how can we turn this into a content idea? But this is where you as a content creator, you need to be thinking on your toes and thinking about doing this. Going through a problem, don't just see it as a problem in your business. Think about, oh, this is something that I can turn into a piece of content. Because if you are going through a problem, it's likely that somebody else is also going through that problem. So if you can create a piece of content on that problem, you are going to be helping your audience should they be going through it at that point in time, or should they come across that problem in the future. So think about it. Write down the problem as you go through it, and then write down the solution when you find it. Turn the problem into the headline and the solution into the content within what you actually talk about, and there you go. You've got an amazing piece of content right there, and because you've experienced it firsthand, you can go really in depth of how you overcame it, how you felt at the time, the problems you had to overcome, the solutions that you brought in, any tools that you used, and then you've got this really phenomenal piece of content from your own experience. But that wraps up where I get the majority of my content ideas from. And a little bonus to add to the end, if you've really, really stuck for content ideas, just ask, because it is likely that the majority of your audience have questions to ask, yet they're too afraid to direct message you. But if you outright ask them, what do you want to see a piece of content on? It's likely that they are going to respond because they need help on something. So just ask your audience. That's a final little bonus tip. So just to recap where I get my content ideas from, first we had Quora. Then we had Answer the Public. Then we had other creators on various different platforms, not just Instagram. And then finally we have my own experiences. And the bonus tip was to simply ask your audience.